Hello, welcome to the video, welcome to JH Reviews. I've been catching up on the Spider-Noir series on Amazon Prime, and I have to say, it's honestly been a joyous watch. Before we start, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like at some point, that would mean a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and review the Spider-Noir series, and don't worry, there are no major spoilers ahead. Let's go.
Walked into a door.
How many times?
Many fans will recognise Spider-Noir from the Spider-Verse movies, where Nicolas Cage voiced the iconic character. While not directly connected to those films, Spider-Noir is a live-action noir series set in an alternate version of 1930s New York City. The show follows Ben Reilly, an aging, down-on-his-luck private investigator who has long since left behind his former life as the city's only masked hero, known simply as the Spider. However, what seems like a straightforward case pulls him into a web of crime, corruption, mobsters and dangerous new threats. Ben is forced to confront his past and once again embrace the hero he thought he left behind. Along the way, he wrestles with personal tragedy, morality and what it truly means to be a hero in a city consumed by darkness. This show really surprised me. I didn't know what to expect going into it, and I found myself captivated by the storytelling and the overall aesthetic. The 1930s backdrop gave the series a real sense of authenticity and uniqueness. The story felt compact and self-contained, while the characters were all clearly defined and had their own motivations. I found myself really enjoying the writing and dialogue, and I genuinely really liked Nicolas Cage's performance. It was eccentric, theatrical, yet also emotional as Ben Reilly, aka the Spider. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not always the biggest Nicolas Cage fan. For me, his best films are probably Con Air, Face Off, Gone in 60 Seconds and Kick-Ass. I still debate Ghost Rider in my head. Now, I will be honest, I watched some of this series in black and white, but I mostly watched it in colour. Then when I switched back to colour, I found myself appreciating just how vibrant and stylish it looked. The colours really brought the world to life, while the black and white version felt incredibly immersive and authentic to that classic noir style. Oddly enough, I found myself paying a lot more attention to it in black and white. I was just a little bit too drawn to the colour version to stick with it. At times, it honestly felt like watching an animated Spider-Man episode brought into live action, only a little more mature. I think that made it appeal to an older audience. I also really enjoyed the interactions between the characters. They felt wholesome, believable, and really helped humanise everyone. I especially loved the Spider's little support group, Robbie, Mendez, and even the kid. Some of the best moments in the series was when they were all together. The main antagonist is this almost Al Capone-like mob boss called Silvermane. He's definitely a cliche villain for this time period, but for a Spider-Man based story, I actually thought he worked really well. The actor gave him a strong screen presence. Alongside him, we also get versions of Electro, Tombstone and Sandman. Usually having that many villains in one story can feel overwhelming or convoluted, but here I'd say it mostly worked. It was just a really fresh take on a superhero story, a detective noir story but with Spider-Man, or the Spider in this case. The overall aesthetic of the show was brilliant. The cinematography, production design, costumes and setting all came together to create a really stylish world that felt unique and completely its own. On the other hand, halfway through the series, I would say that at some point it did feel like it was starting to drag. The pacing slowed down and it felt like we lost a bit of momentum. I also feel like we barely saw the Spider. Now, maybe that's just me wanting to see more, but I did feel like we were quite limited when it came to seeing him suited up. I also originally thought this would be connected to Sony's Spider-Verse films and their version of Spider-Noir. Although they share Nicolas Cage, this isn't directly connected. As for Electro, he was doing a little too much for me personally. I actually found him quite irritating. Other than that, I'd honestly be criticising for the sake of it. Overall, I had a really good time with Spider-Noir. A solid story, decent characters, and some really cool action scenes. I'll definitely be open to another season. Here are my ratings for the series. Spider-Noir is a stylish detective thriller. I rate the series a 7 out of 10. It certainly was good, just not something I'm buzzing to watch again or eagerly waiting another season of. That being said, I really enjoyed seeing a live action Spider-Man series told in such a unique and stylistic way. Soundtrack 5 out of 10. Harsh? Perhaps. Nothing really stayed with me other than the intro, but I appreciated how the soundtrack suited that 1930s noir atmosphere. Cast 9 out of 10. A really solid cast, everyone played their part really well, but personally, Nicolas Cage carried the show. Anyway, that's my review on Spider-Noir. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It would mean a lot. Until then, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.